Tyson Fury versus Alexander Ustinov. Now, if Tyson Fury prepared for this fight over a 10-week or 16-week period, I still believe this would have been a difficult fight. He hasn't had that time to prepare for Ustinov, which makes an even more difficult fight. If you've been preparing, I don't care what boxing fans tell me, Tyson Fury just go in there, smash up Derek Chisora. It doesn't work like that. You have to prepare strategically in the gym so that you can win fights. You just go out there and just fight people. You have to have a strategic plan as to how you're fighting. So obviously, guys, Tyson Fury had been sparring with would have been like Derek Chisora. They would not have been the size of Ustinov. Ustinov is a totally different proposition. He's around 6'7", 6'8". He's a big man. And you're looking at a totally different scenario here. Different dynamics. You know, Tyson Fury before was having to prepare for a guy that was going to try and come on the inside and throw hooks and uppercuts and actually close the range down very fast on him. Okay? And somebody he's fought before. This is a different proposition because he's got a guy who is just as tall as him, or maybe an inch off him in height. He has somebody who can reach him with the jab and can reach him much faster with the right hand. Ustinov, one thing we do know, he can punch. Now, if any of you watched the Joey Abell fight, yes, the fight against Joey Abell that Tyson Fury had in his comeback, he looked good in spurts. He was carrying a lot of excess weight, so he'll come into this fight with a lot less baggage. He looked in great shape, Tyson Fury. So, but technically, at times, Fury looked open. He looked open against Joey Abell, and Ustinov is not Joey Abell. This is a lot. This is big league boxing now, I think, and Ustinov is a different proposition altogether. Like I've said, the thing with the Ustinov fight is now, what is Tyson's mental state coming to this fight? He told me that he is mentally a strong fighter. Well, we'll see. If things don't work well for Fury in the early rounds, and the early rounds, I believe, as Tyson Fury said himself, he gets better as the fight goes on. I believe, and it's only my belief here, I believe if Ustinov is to win this fight, he has to win it early. I don't know what Ustinov's stamina is going to be like after 6 rounds in this fight. So you'd think Fury, who'd been training longer for a fight with Derek Chisora, his fitness would be very good. So in the second half of the fight, I would expect a Fury victory. In the second half of the fight. So I think if there's going to be a shock on the cards, and it's always possible because of lack of preparation, you have to go. I would go Ustinov early, Fury late. There's still, we don't know how good Tyson Fury is. You can talk and say how good you are. His fight against Kevin Johnson, that was a very good fight. The fight against Cunningham still left question marks. The fight against Abell, we could say, well, you know, he was coming off the whole David Haye thing. Now he's got a fight against Ustinov, and he's now fighting a guy with less than a week's notice. And it's not just any old fighter, it's a guy who is world ranked. So, and he's only lost to Kubrat Pulev, who I believe, in my personal opinion, is a lot better fighter than a lot of people give credit for, and is definitely in my top 5 heavyweights in the world today. Kubrat Pulev has got an excellent left jab. After Wladimir Klitschko, Kubrat Pulev has the best jab in the heavyweight division. I'm not so sure how good Tyson Fury's jab is when it comes to fighting someone like Ustinov. We're going to find out on Saturday night. One thing I would strongly disagree with Tyson Fury doing is having a fight, as he would say, with Ustinov. Bad move. He has to box intelligently in this fight against Ustinov. Going to have a fight with somebody who is as heavy or heavier than you and can punch and has nothing to lose in this fight is a dangerous fighter. Dangerous. And, you know, it's all for Tyson Fury to lose in this fight. Give Tyson Fury all the credit in the world for getting in there, and his management with Peter Fury, getting in there and fighting Ustinov. The one thing I think Fury's got in his favour in this fight is that he'll have better hand speed, better movement, and I'm not sure how defensively cute Ustinov is. He's there to be hit. So, and we'll know how big a puncher Tyson Fury is after this fight. So, it just depends how highly you rate Kubrat Pulev. How highly do you rate Kubrat Pulev? If you think Kubrat Pulev is the next heavyweight champion in waiting, or you think he's at that level, then, you know, but I would say that it took Pulev 11 rounds to get rid of Ustinov, and that was Kubrat Pulev preparing for Ustinov. So Ustinov is no bum. Let's get this straight here. And for those who think that Ustinov is a bum, well, they could be in for a rude awakening on the night. Tyson Fury has to box with extreme calm in this fight and cannot afford to get himself in a brawl, and cannot afford to get himself in positions like he was against Joey Abell, because Ustinov can capitalise and could knock Fury out in this fight. So Tyson has to box in this fight, you know, and show us all why he is, in his words, a world-class fighter. You know, it's funny because when I was interviewing Ustinov and I was interviewing Marius Vac, I was thinking to myself, what would Tyson Fury do against these guys? And somebody said to me, oh yeah, Tyson would walk through both of them. I said, well, they're two different styles. I said, Vac is a boxer. Ustinov is a come forward, aggressive fighter. He's slow, but he's aggressive. So aggression meets aggression. It's going to be one hell of a fight. And I would say a better fight than Chisora Fury because of the added unknowns. So both fighters coming to this fight, you know, you're looking at unknown quantities here because we don't know what both guys are bringing to the ring. How fit is Ustinov? How good is Fury? Is he better than Kubrat Pulev? It's alright saying it over Twitter. It's alright saying it over Facebook. How good is Tyson Fury? Is he a top 5 heavyweight? We're going to find out on Saturday night. And again, a lot of credit has to be given to Tyson Fury. He's had a lot of bad luck, unfortunate. But I guess this is his road to, in his eyes, becoming heavyweight champion of the world. But should it go wrong on Saturday night, what happens? The other people that I heard that were lined up for Fury potentially was Shannon Briggs and Tony Thompson. I did try and push the Tony Thompson fight. I went to talk to Peter Fury about the potential Tony Thompson fight. I think that would be a big fight. I still think it's a big fight. And maybe down the line, should Fury win a title, maybe a defense against Tony Thompson is possible. That's a big fight. I don't care what anybody tells me. Tyson Fury is a big fight for a number of reasons. The David Price factor. Tony Thompson beat David Price twice, and that was an unbeaten Price. So, and Price is a big puncher. 1, 2, Thompson and Fury have had history because they've been talking back and forth with one another. 3, the British fans know who Tony Thompson is. The British fans know Tony Thompson much more than they do Ustinov, much more than they know Joey Abell. So I think, and even much more than they know about Steve Cunningham. So I think the Tony Thompson fight should happen. And after Ustinov fight, if Fury wins, I would like to see him fight Tony Thompson. You know, that would be a very good fight. And that, again, I think that fight potentially should happen in America, again, to widen the knowledge of who Tyson Fury is. And if he does a really good job against Thompson and a really good job against Ustinov, I see no reason why he shouldn't get a title shot. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. I'm out.